Many of you have been asking for a Luminella update, so let me give it to you. Here's cute little Luminella. Here is a video of her that I recorded the other day. Is she my cat? What is her name? What is going on? There is some big news. Big news, ladies and gentlemen. She is officially my cat. So the neighbor did, I spoke to her earlier this week and said, what do you think? She's pretty happy. You could see her there in this video. She's quite happy with the toy that I got her. And the neighbor said, yeah, I think it's best if you keep the cat. So then I decided whether or not I was going to keep her name Luminella or Isadora. And I decided to, let me just show you some more pictures of her. Look at, there she is with her cute little, look at that cute little face. And she's holding on. She finally caught the toy and she's holding on to it. And there she is sleeping next to me. I was sick. I had COVID for a few days, and she lounged around right next to me quite a bit of the time. There she is. She loves that white chair, of course, just to leave her black fur all over my white furniture. And then when she sits on my black furniture, her white fur gets all over the place. And there she is. I just wanted to show you her eyes, just to remind you of how beautiful her eyes are. She's just a really beautiful cat. So then the question was, the big decision, once the neighbor said, yes, okay, you keep her, she's yours. I asked her questions. Has she ever been to the vet? She says, no, she's never been to the vet. So I was like, okay, I got to take her to the vet, and I got to make sure that she's healthy and all these things. And now I can start buying the right litter box and the right food and dishes and all that, like actually investing money in the cat. And I had to decide on if I was going to name her Luminella, which is the name that I had picked out for her, or if I was going to keep her name Isadora. I did decide, after the neighbor said I could keep her, I decided to rename her Luminella. She wasn't coming to Isa anyway. They were calling her Isa. She wasn't really coming to, honestly, she doesn't come to Lumi either. I call her Lumi. She comes to Kitty. So her name's Kitty, according to her. But so I get to keep the cat. That's the good news. Well, of course, I take Lumi to the vet. And the vet had some more news, some more wonderful news to share with all of us. The news was she was unable to give her the rabies vaccine. I was hoping to take Lumi on some trips. And she said, no, we can't give her anything. And the reason is Lumi is pregnant. We're having kittens, everybody. We're having kittens. Lumi is pregnant, and she's actually quite far along. And so they say that she's already at about 45 to 50 days. They take about 65 days to make these babies, so we're pretty far along. And that means I'm going to be a cat grandma here pretty soon with little kittens running around. The vet believes that there's 2 to 4 in there. A little bit unclear. She's saying 3 to 4, but could be 2, could be 4. We'll see. Lumi is a really small cat, so I was really worried about that, and she doesn't look like she's very pregnant. I went into the vet, and I asked the vet myself, so this wasn't a total shock, because when I took her into the vet, I said, there's a possibility. I think she might be pregnant. Like, her belly is feeling a little hard, and, there's some other signs, and so I want to know if she's pregnant. And they came back and said, congratulations. Yeah, you're going to be a cat grandma. So we're having babies. In like 2 weeks. So I've got to start preparing. The way that I'm going to prepare for the babies is, cats can reject babies sometimes. So I need to get some kitty formula and a syringe if I have to bottle feed, if she happens to reject one. So first I got to make sure she's got a nesting spot, which she's already picked one out. So she's got a nesting spot. I've got to prepare it to make sure it's ready for the birth, and heating pad, blankets, towels, make sure that whatever it is, it can't be anything that I love, or, I've got to be able to throw all this stuff away because it's going to get really gross. And, have her set up with her food and water and litter in her kind of near her little nesting location. I've got to have the heating pad for the babies that they can crawl on if they feel the need for some heat, or move away from if it gets too hot. I've got to get the formula and the syringes and the little bottles in case she rejects a baby and I need to bottle feed and, to keep it alive until the vets can see it. because you got to find out why would the mom reject it, because there could be something wrong. And then if there is something severely wrong, then the vets will euthanize humanely. I'm not going to let it starve to death. So, yeah, I got a lot of preparing to do. And then when the babies get to a certain age, I got to basically put them into like a pack and play, where they can run around and freely scream and do what they do, but without getting out. So, I mean, she might have told me, I mean, it's possible that when Lumi showed up and she was like, meow, 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 she might have been like, can you take me in? And by the way, I'm pregnant. It's not just me. There's like 5 of us. Do you mind? Do you mind if there's like 5 of us moving in? Like, do you have enough food and all that, bro? I think you do. So, hey, lady, like, let it, it's possible she told me, and I just don't quite understand all the little meows and the little nuances. But yeah, it turns out there's more than one cat. So I'm basically officially a crazy cat lady, I think, right? Like once you have more than one, isn't that like, you're kind of crazy? So I'm going to end up, of course, I'm not keeping them. I will be rehoming the kittens. I'll be making sure that they're, dewormed, and they come with a little kit of stuff and, all the proper things that you would do when you're adopting out some kittens. But they should be ready around the holidays. If the vet is correct and she's going to have the babies at the end of this month, like in 2 weeks, maybe the very beginning of October. And that means that the babies would be ready. The kittens would be ready to be rehomed at around Thanksgiving. So between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's the perfect time for families. I did ask the vet. The vet did give me several options on what I could do. And, one option was to terminate the pregnancy and to spay her. But with her being as far along as she is, and also with the holidays and when the kittens would be ready for the holiday season, I thought, and then I asked the vet, well, tell me about the cat population here. Are there too many cats? What about kittens? And the vet said, actually, it's not too bad. And kittens just go like that. People will be fighting over the kittens. She'll have to deny people when it comes to adopting out the kittens, especially if any of them look like her. She's really beautiful. And it's, if any of them look like her, then, people are going to be wanting these kittens. So that's the big update, everybody. I have cats. I don't just have a cat. I have cats. I've got multiple cats, and they're going to run around, and they're going to be crazy, and I'm probably going to be really tired. And of course, I will share with you photos and videos of the cute kittens. So you'll get to enjoy in this. And, but yeah, more than I bargained for with the cat distribution system, more than I bargained for. But she is beautiful. Her kittens will be cute. And I'll give them little names. And I'll, of course, let you guys know everything about the cute little kitties. Thank you for watching this clip from the full Kim Iversen Show, which you can catch Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern at KimIversenShow.com. It is free for you to watch. Again, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, KimIversenShow.com. See you there.